What's up, everyone? I did have a yellow shirt on, but it was messing with the chroma thing on the green screen, so I've had to change it. But that aside, we are today going to talk about Alan Wake. Now, Alan Wake is another third-person, over-the-shoulder shooter from the Xbox 360 kind of era, and it is a little bit different from others in that Alan is an author, kind of like a Clive Barker, a Stephen King, that type of thing, and they make it blatantly obvious from like the first sentence of the game that's what they're going for. So when you come into this, don't expect something really innovative. It is a game that is just packed full of cliches. One thing I did see, which was really pretty cool to me, was the Evil Dead car was there. There are haunted houses. It's haunted woods. So that's to say that all of the settings within the game, they're cliches, right? Don't come into this thinking you're going to be blown away by some sort of mad setting. Shadows of the Damned was very different to this in that it was schlocky but really in like a Tarantino grindhouse way. Well, this is definitely like a made for TV movie. It's definitely like a made for TV movie or like an X-Files episode. So control wise, it's a Remedy game, right? It's a Remedy game, so it handles a lot like that. We're just before Quantum Break. So this was the game they made before Quantum Break, I believe, and it was in development for a long time, Alan Wake. It was supposed to be this open world game at first, but they had to really shrink things down. So, yeah, the combat is the combat, right? So you've got the darkness, which is coming against you. You've got, like, flashlights, and you have to burn off the darkness. The darkness is like armor before you can blast them with the usual weapons. We've got shotguns, a hunting rifle, a pistol. There wasn't any automatic weapons, but I do know those are in some of the DLCs, American Nightmare or whatever it is. So yeah, control-wise, it's okay. There are some platforming sections which can be frustrating. I always find games where something's chasing you and you have to run, like you're running into the camera or it's something chasing behind you and they're moving like the scenery. I always think that's badly done, and they didn't do it well in some sections. But overall, control is fun, and you will come back to it. They progressively make things harder with the enemy types. So that's how it is. And numbers. That's what they do. But they have this super annoying habit of taking the camera off you and zooming in on where the enemy is, right? So you're like facing this way. And it's like camera this way, enemy that way. And you turn that way and you go, all right, I'll kill that one. And they spawn one behind you. And then if you die, you know that the next time. So you see where they spawn it. So that's a bit cheap. But other than that, yeah, gameplay is gameplay. There's driving, which was pretty fun, using the headlights to knock off the darkness armor. And there's some other weapons I won't say that you can use, but there are some interactive environmental elements that revolve around light, which are pretty cool. Some grenades and stuff. So story-wise, super convoluted. If you look at it from a surface level, you think, why the fuck are all these things happening? What is this sequence of events? I do not understand. But it does bore good fruit at the end of the game. Like, if you give it some good attention and you realize halfway through the game something really critical to the whole setting, and it just kind of readjusts your mind on the game, and I don't want to say what it is, but that was pretty fun. So yeah, pretty decent. I think one more thing I'd like to talk about is probably the characters. I've seen a lot of other reviewers when I finished it, that's when I looked at reviews, they don't like this Barry character who's like Alan's agent, because obviously Alan's an author, got an agent. So I really do like Barry. I think he's fun comic relief. There's some couple of things he comes out with which are really fun. And in the context of what I just said, which happens halfway through, which kind of redirects your view of the story, Barry does become a highlight. Then there's the sheriff. She is really sympathetic. She's like a strong character, almost like the straight man to Barry. And Alan's somewhere like angrily in the middle. And then there are others, like the one thing I didn't like is some characters they skipped over a lot, which was the radio guy. But I do assume you have to pick up some of that, like in the lore and in the tapes, and that would probably bore repeat playthroughs. So yeah, Alan Wake, pretty decent, cheap as fuck. I played it on original Xbox 360 and the Xbox Series X. It is backwards compatible, so if you want to get it, you can get that. I have no idea about the HD remaster. I don't know. I've just got the Xbox 360 discs, and it works on everything. And yeah, have fun, try it out, and see you on the next one. Peace. Peace. Fuck, shut Shut up, man, Michael.